The story begins in a bright bedroom. Sunlight streams through a window. A hand reaches under a pillow and retrieves a smartphone. The phone's screen shows the time, 7:30 a.m., September XX. Yeonju, with her long dark brunette hair, is seen lying in bed, looking at her phone. She's checking out the profile of Unsung, a movie actor. News articles about him pop up on her screen, detailing his profile, biography, success journey, and current news trend of him. Every morning when I open my eyes, I start the day by searching for him, she thinks. Hambiel, a young boy with short black hair, sleeping soundly in bed. Yeonju, having apparently slept in Hambiel's room, notices him. His sleeping face looks even more like him, she thinks. She gently wakes him, saying, Hambiel, it's morning. Hambiel asks, Mom, what time is it? Yeonju replies, it's 7:40 now, time to get up. Grandma's coming to wake you up. Yeonju then asks, did my Hambiel sleep well? Hambiel responds, yeah, Mom. Good morning. He then gets up, and Yeonju hugs him, saying, Mom loves you so much. Hambiel reciprocates her feelings, saying, I really love you too. Mom. She reflects guiltily. Hambiel has never met, and can never meet, his father. No one knows who Hambiel's real father is. My first love from college. An image of her first love, smiling at her, calling her name sweetly, Yeonju. He is the world-famous actor she searches for every morning. Unsung. Yeonju is next seen at Changrock Entertainment. Hae-young, a woman with short blonde hair, greets her. Yeonju, you're here? Come in. Yeonju is nervous, saying, Uni, you're so cool. Hard to believe you're the same Uni who used to eat hangover ramen cooked by my mom and get scolded together. Hae-young, whose title is revealed as Jean Hae-young, Changrock Entertainment fashion director. She teases, hey, I'm freaking out here. I'm really afraid of heights. Hae-young tells her, sit first. Oh right, here's the resume. Yeonju hands her a resume. Hae-young looks at it, and Yeonju explains her past work experiences, including freelancing after dropping out of college and the difficulties she faced due to the instability of the online mall industry. The malls disappeared as fast as they appeared, so whenever I started building a career, it would get cut off, she explains. Flashback to a few days earlier, Hae-young calls Yeonju, asking for help with a movie's costume team. Yeonju, please help me out. One of the staff quit due to an urgency, and I need hands. It's a rookie position on the movie costume team, so it's mostly simple tasks. You can totally do it. Just this once, please work with me, okay? Yeonju hesitates, remembering that she deliberately avoided the film industry for the past 10 years. However, she eventually agrees. It's okay, don't worry, he's not even in Korea now. I'll take the job. She realizes, after all this time, I realized that even if we were in the same industry, the chance of meeting him was extremely low. An image of Unsung in a tuxedo appeared on a screen as Yeonju was walking by. She reflects on his rise to superstardom and how distant he has become. He became a superstar far out of my reach, she reflects. Hae-young called Yeonju, jolting her back from her thoughts. After the meeting with Hae-young, Hae-young gives Yeonju a large sum of money as payment. As promised, the payment will be made in a lump sum. Yeonju quickly thanks Hae-young. Thank you. I'm the one grateful, really. Even giving me in advance. She looks at her phone to see the payment transaction, 10 million won, and was surprised by the generous advance. Why are you giving me so much? It's just a rookie job. Hae-young explains that she added extra money from her heart, and she just gave back the cost of her food anyways. After all the meals she had at Yeonju's mother, she has to pay her dues too. Yeonju questions, what kind of food debt is 10 million won? I'm embarrassed, though inwardly, this amount was very much needed. My loan was looking hopeless. I'm always so grateful. Hae-young suggests they leave and talk on the way. They leave the office. Yeonju questions what movie project they are working on, and Hae-young explains that the movie is an action film with a huge investment, and the lead actor is Unsung. Yeonju is shocked that she screams, what? Surprise, Hae-young questions, why? Shocked it's someone that big? It has to be that level to make it worthwhile. Would I just pick any project? As she presses the elevator button, she teases, we're going for Unsung's fitting now. Don't be too shocked seeing his face. Yeonju asks, wasn't Unsung supposed to be in the US? Hae-young stated that it's confidential, but he returned recently. Since there's no official release yet, everyone's keeping quiet. Hae-young teases, Yeonju, you're his fan, right? You even know he's been in the US? Ha ha ha. Nervous, Yeonju admits that she knew he was back in Korea from an article. Yeonju is impressed by Unsung's appearance, saying, now I truly understand the phrase, living off your looks. She knows having seen him up close. He was someone born to steal everyone's heart. They arrived on the floor. Arriving at Yeonildam Entertainment, where Yeonju is to work. She is nervous about facing Unsung, not just as an ex-boyfriend, but as the father of her child. She ponders if she should return the money now, but then, she cannot pay the deposit. Facing her superstar ex as a rookie. More importantly, does she even have the face to see him? He was not just an ex-boyfriend, but the father of her child. Unsung is waiting inside. As they were about to enter through the door, Hae-young asks Yeonju to go in first as she looks at her phone. Yeonju is visibly nervous being left alone. A staff member appears in between Unsung and Yeonju and asks, you're from Changrok, right? First time seeing you. You're new. Yeonju replies, yes, that's right. I'm Go Yeonju. The staff member asks if she was there with Director Jin, to which Yeonju nervously replies, yes. Director Jin is currently on a call. Then, Unsung steps in and says, long time no see, surprising the staff member. He asks if Unsung knows Yeonju. Unsung replies coldly, a college junior, barely know her though. Where's my coffee? And the staff immediately goes to get it. Yeonju is left alone with Unsung, and she feels overwhelmed. I feel suffocated dizzy. I feel like I'm about to collapse. Unsung notices her distress and asks, so you're working under Director Jin now? Yeonju replies, yes. I joined this movie's filming team. Unsung comments, impressive in many ways. Then he proceeds to take off his jacket. After that, he proceeds to unbutton his shirt while Yeonju looks at him in a daze until he calls out to her. What are you doing? If you're here to work, don't just stand there, get moving. Let's get started, exposing his naked fine physique. 10 years ago, a conversation took place. A man says, in this situation, saying you want to meet Unsung will only hold him back. Imagine the rumors if the top actor is seen coming and going from his girlfriend's place. Practically living together. Yeonju tries to explain that it's not like that, but a man interrupts, his hands open in a gesture of exasperation. He states, you think saying otherwise will fix it? One sensational article, and it's over. If you're going to hold Unsung back like that. The man sits with his hands clasped, a thoughtful expression on his face. He declares, I'll be the one to expose him myself. If he's going to fail because of you anyway, it's better I destroy him myself before the contract ends. Yeonju looks shocked and distressed. Her eyes are wide and filled with worry as the man continues with his charade. Until Unsung's contract with me ends, he's going nowhere. I'm the one who'll make him succeed, and I'm the one who can ruin him. He smiles slightly and says, so keep that in mind and behave properly. Got it. A panoramic view of a modern city skyline is shown. Taegon, a middle-aged man in a pinstripe suit, walks purposefully, looking down at his phone. He says, originally, he should have been filming in America for half a year. Taegon, still in his suit, looks at his phone with a slightly troubled expression. He explains, but with the director's personal scandal halting the shoot, we had to rush and move up his Korean schedule, and it was a hassle. He adds, still, Unsung's time is money, we can't waste it. Taegon approaches someone, a hopeful expression on his face. He asks, hey, Unsung, how's your condition? Taegon finds Unsung at the gym. Unsung, looking tired, holds a protein drink. He says, feels like I'm dying. Min Taegon smiles coldly to himself, reflecting on his relationship with Unsung. Unsung would have succeeded even without me, but I need him for my own success. In a casual exchange, he asks Unsung about Unsung's body fat. What's your body fat percentage? Unsung gives a brief answer while holding his drink. 9. Min Taegon told Unsung that news of him returning will be out tomorrow. He already talked it through with the U.S. agent. Unsung walks away from Min Taegon, stating, handle it however you like. Min Taegon asks about today's fitting. The sample props for the shoot are ready. They were made before Unsung went to America, and his body has changed since then. Director Jin Hae-young is asking if today works. Unsung turns his head over his shoulder, looking slightly tired but indifferent, giving a nonchalant response. Whatever, do as you like. Min Taegon folds his arms, smiling, and agrees to arrange the fitting. I'll tell Director Jean to have them come around 2 p.m. He internally reflects on how the project began with difficulties, but is crucial for Unsung's contract renewal. This job started a bit rocky, but for Unsung's upcoming contract renewal, there must be no more trouble. And now we are back to the present time. Unsung is now shirtless, revealing his muscular physique as he confidently declares, "Let's get started." Meanwhile, Yeonju stands by the door, a calm expression on her face, says, "I'll measure first." She measures Unsung's chest with a tape, her expression focused while he stands still, watching her. In their silence, the door bursts open as Hae-young arrives hurriedly. "Oh, Unsung, I'm sorry. There was an urgent issue to handle that I'll take over from." Unsung responds without concern. "It's fine. Anyone can measure." Hae-young compliments Unsung's physique, smiling cheerfully. "Your body's gotten even better. Your shoulders are broader too, right? You worked hard. We'll need some adjustments to the size. Our job is to complement the model's complexes, but with Unsung, there's nothing to fix, so it's hard to even show off our skills." "Oh right, Unsung." She introduces Yeonju to Unsung. "This is Go Yeonju, our newest team member who joined today." Unsung questioned, "That's everything, right?" As he put back his clothes on. Hae-young answers cheerfully, "Yes, all done. Thank you for your hard work, Unsung. We'll prepare the costumes nicely and bring them." Unsung, now fully dressed in his suit, looks back with a composed expression and gives clear instructions. "Director Jean, let's not just make it look good, but do it good." Hae-young cheerfully responds to Unsung's instructions as he walks away. "Of course, I'll do it right. Take care, Unsung." As soon as Unsung leaves, Hae-young vents her frustration dramatically with a furious expression. Why is he being arrogant today? Nagging just because we were a few minutes late, even though they're hours late themselves sometimes. Unsung isn't normally like that. Maybe he's cranky from cutting carbs while building muscle. Personality comes from carbs. Yeonju. That could be true. Hae-young grabs Yeonju's hand with urgency, begs, "Yeonju, there are tons like him on set. Be ready. If you throw up the 10 million won and say you can't do it, I'll cry." Yeonju feels conflicted. What should I do? Unsung walks toward the elevator alone, looking composed, but an ominous internal thought interrupts the moment. "How dare you show up here?" Go Yeonju appeared. After disappearing suddenly for 10 years, she reappeared exactly as she was. Unsung clenches his fist tightly, his knuckles straining as he forces himself to stay calm. "Thank God I'm an actor. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to keep a straight face." Unsung runs into a young man in a green checkered shirt holding a drink, who looks surprised to see him already done. "Oh, Hyung, you're already done." The younger man in the green shirt explains his schedule, mentioning he has action training at 4, and offers coffee to Unsung, to which Unsung declines the coffee. His expression glooms as he reflects on the pain of seeing someone he didn't expect to, of all people. "You shouldn't have appeared here in front of me. How could you show up in front of me again?" Nighttime, at a luxurious apartment under the full moon. Inside a well-lit room, Unsung poured himself wine as he reflected on earlier in the day. Unsung takes a sip of wine with his eyes closed. "I thought I had forgotten. I thought I had erased it all." He firmly sets the wine glass down, struggling to hold in his emotions. Everything was fine, so why again? More than the buried resentment, anger, or disappointment. What filled my eyes was just happiness for seeing you again. Like I was wired to react only to that face. Those eyes. My heart thudded ridiculously. Unsung stands alone, distressed and holding his face in his hand. "I'm going crazy." He covers his face, trying to rationalize his emotional reaction. "No, it's just because it was so unexpected. Your blurred image in my memory matched your current self too well. That's why I'm a little shaken." Thinking back then, he receives a breakup message from her. She explains that she's leaving to study abroad and pursue her dream of becoming a designer. She apologizes for not telling him earlier and suggests they focus on their own futures. "Appa, sorry I couldn't tell you earlier. Actually, I'm going to study abroad too. You know it's been my dream to become a great designer, right? Your departure is so soon, and I kept delaying telling you, so it turned out like this." From now on, let's only think about our own futures. Let's break up. I hope we can. He recalls the breakup message and reflects on the confusion it caused. She left me only a text saying she was leaving to chase her dreams. I don't know why she's working rookie jobs at her age now. He slaps his hand on a surface in frustration. No, stop thinking about it. He closes his eyes and exhales, mentally resigning himself to the situation. Fine, do whatever you want. Whatever. Back when Unsung was 25, fourth-year theater and film major, and Go Yeonju was 23, second-year fashion design major. Unsung and Yeonju are shown sitting together with friends at a table. We met after returning to school and quickly fell for each other. It wasn't just because it was our first love. It can't be explained by that alone. From the moment we met, we fell into a strong conviction of destiny. We couldn't see anything else. It was a love we couldn't control. Back in the present, he walks toward a window, silhouetted against the city lights. He tells himself, yeah, maybe this time is really a chance. A chance to prove to myself that I've moved on from Go Yeonju, from who I was 10 years ago. On a rainy night, Go Yeonju looks back calmly while Unsung gently pats her shoulder. He asks, are you okay? Unsung stands beside Yeonju with a towel draped around his neck, casually explaining, they made the birthday drink way too strong. I'm still dizzy. He hands a small gift box wrapped with a white ribbon. Here, happy birthday. Yeonju responds, again? It's already past midnight. He smiles and replies, still, it's nighttime. Yeonju, holding the gift, looks curious and asks, what's this? He encourages her with a soft smile, open it yourself. Yeonju opens the box and finds a delicate heart-shaped necklace inside. Her face lights up with surprise and quiet admiration, visually expressing her emotions. Unsung sits beside Yeonju, who's still holding the box, and asks, do you like it? Yeonju answers sincerely, I love it. It's so pretty. He offers, let me put it on you. Yeonju lifts her hair, tilting her head slightly as Unsung carefully fastens the necklace around her neck. Both of them look at the mirror together. Yeonju touches the necklace and says with a smile, whoever picked it out has great taste. As Yeonju gazes into the mirror, the man leans in close and kisses her gently on the neck. He whispers, it suits you perfectly because the owner of the necklace is perfect. He leans in close and confesses his feelings to her. I love you, Yeonju. In a tender moment, the man gently holds Yeonju's face and kisses her passionately. I'm home. Hambiel, excited and smiling brightly, runs toward someone. Mom, you're back. Yeonju is seen greeting the boy affectionately, placing a hand on his head. Yeonju, did you have fun? Hambiel, yeah. Yeonju's mother appears and announces, dinner? Why are you so late? Yeonju, I ate with Hae-young Uni. Yeonju's mother stated, you should have brought Hae-young over too. The boy reacts to something on the TV while Yeonju appears uncertain in her response. Yeonju, well, TV. Coming up next, Wednesday through Thursday drama. Hambiel mom. Grandma. The drama's starting soon. The grandmother turns toward the TV in a rush, concerned but amused. Ego, I'm coming. Don't run. Grandmother instructs Yeonju, you too, go wash up quickly. The television screen shows a handsome man sipping coffee, as the grandmother complains about commercials. Grandmother, humph, it's still just commercials. The family sits in the living room watching television together. On screen is a man holding a mug. The choice of Unsung. Hambiel smiles sweetly while watching the TV, his eyes sparkling with admiration and joy. Yeonju stands behind the seated boy and her mother, looking uncertain. The boy remains cheerful, seated at the table. Yeonju's internal monologue. What should I do? Outside on the sidewalk, Yeonju looks up with resolve, ready to make a difficult decision. Okay, I'll tell them I'm quitting no matter how much time has passed. It's hard to pretend nothing happened. Yeonju continues her internal reflection and prepares to knock on a door. Above all, for Hambiel's sake, inside an office, a surprised Hae-young recognizes Yeonju as she enters. Yeonju timidly speaks up to the director. Hello, director. I have something to tell you. Director. Oh, sorry, Yeonju. Let's talk later. The director points toward the hallway. Someone's here right now. Yeonju and the director observe Unsung in a tuxedo. The director praises him with admiration while clapping. Wow, Unsung. I knew it would suit you. but it's even more amazing than I thought. Hae-young enthusiastically claps and urges Yeonju to join in, praising his appearance. How is it, Unsung? I think this suits you best. Unsung, now dressed in a suit, gives a mild compliment. He says, well, it's not bad. In her thoughts, Yeonju excitedly responds, then shall we settle with this one? Hae-young excitedly announces that matching watches have arrived as sponsorships. Then she adds, I'll bring them up for you to try on. Just a moment. She waves cheerfully as she exits the room, telling the others to pass time while she's gone. With Hae-young gone, the mood shifts. Unsung directly tells Yeonju, you've been looking like you have a lot to say since morning. She looks surprised, but doesn't immediately respond. Unsung teases her further with a knowing smile. He says, what? Were you planning to tell Director Jean you're quitting? Is it awkward seeing my face? More uncomfortable than you thought. She responds, confessing, I didn't know it was your movie when I joined. Then internally regrets her words, thinking, I shouldn't have said that. Unsung looks down with a faint smirk and admits, I really didn't know. If I had, I wouldn't have joined. Unsung presses on with a challenging tone. He says, well, maybe. So what? Now that you know, you can't work together. She tries to deflect by saying, it's not that. A personal matter came up. She stands silently while he bitterly responds, good. Quit. Then adds with sarcasm, running away is your specialty and profession. You're good at it. Making a fool out of someone is a piece of cake for you. Go Yeonju. Her hand clenches as she says, yes, I'm great at stabbing people in the back, making them fools, and running away. You know me well. Unsung states, how could I not know? I'm the person involved, the victim. He continues, even if once was because I didn't know, twice won't happen. Wasn't once enough to make a fool out of someone? It was more than enough. So stop showing up and disappearing as you please. It's disgusting. Don't act like you mean anything to me. Just endure it. Yeonju asks, are you sure you won't regret it? Unsung is surprised, asking, what? Regret what? She says, holding on to me when I said I would quit. Maybe someday you'll regret it. Answer me. Don't waste time pretending to laugh it off. Unsung thought, regret? Is that even a question? He takes a step towards her and says, you might not realize it, but I did everything I could for you. I did everything. Think about it yourself. Whether you're even valuable enough for me to feel a costly emotion like regret because of you. So stop with the nonsense about regrets. I don't even want to cut off your livelihood, so just focus on your work. Stick it out until the end of the movie. Yeonju and Unsung are having a tense conversation. Yeonju says, even if I don't do this, I won't starve to death. Since we're both uncomfortable, why won't you just let me go? Unsung replies, how can I trust you to leave quietly? What if you go around saying I fired you, or that you lost your job because of me? Even if it's nonsense, it would be a headache, so just stay. Better to deal with the discomfort than make unnecessary troubles. Yeonju states, don't turn around and say something else later. I made myself clear. Inside a luxury car, Unsung calls her how impudent. Go Yeonju. Unsung reflects on their interaction. He thinks, originally, I planned to quietly suggest she resign, since it would obviously be awkward to keep seeing each other. I was going to gently suggest she look for another job. I was going to ask her nicely and quietly. But again, she tried to take the initiative first. If I hadn't been there, Go Yeonju would have surely quit, and I would have had to accept her disappearance again without a word. Remembering those daunting days when she disappears and he tries to call her but gets messages saying, the number you have dialed is not in service. He sighs, just like 10 years ago, without even a chance to say anything. Damn, this is so frustrating. Seeing Unsung's angry expression, the driver thought his driving was the cause. He says, right? I could have crossed, but the car in front made a show and blocked me. He leans back, sighing, seriously. After finally meeting you, how can I let you go? He thinks to himself, there's no way I'm letting you. I'll unleash 10 years of resentment. Yeonju walks away, and Unsung says, fine, quit. Yeonju responds, running away is your specialty and your profession. You're good at it. Just thinking back to the conversation with Unsung earlier angers Yeonju just the same. She then scolds, what? Running away is my specialty and profession? Because of who exactly? This is all because of you. At work, Hae-young says, oh right, Yeonju, Didn't you say you had something to tell me earlier? Caught off guard, Yeonju quickly make an excuse. Just that I look forward to working with you, Hae-young beamed happily. Huh? What's that? Ha. Seriously, go Yeonju, so bland. Yeonju receives the script for Deep Flame, written and directed by Park Hyung-mook, starring Unsung. First shoots in a few days, so take your script. Yeonju looks at the script seriously, just watch. I'll endure persistently. Later, at home, Yeonju looks at the script on her dresser. She looks at it closely. Then she reads a book about the movie Black Flame, a story about an agent who survives a deadly operation and returns to find his son. She thinks the son's age is 8 in the story, but it feels just like Hambiel's story. Hambiel, her son, is 10 years old but in 2nd grade because of a major accident before starting school, delaying him a year. He's small for his age, and Yeonju never corrected him when he told her he was 9 like his classmates. Hambiel asks, Mom, what are you doing? Not watching the drama. Yeonju says, it's already that late? Today's the final episode. If you don't watch, you're betraying it. Yeonju readily agrees. Right, let's go watch. Why does Hambiel love dramas so much? Hambiel sighs and replies, well, live with grandma long enough, anyone would. Hambiel notices the script and asks, but Mom, what's this? Yeonju replies, this? It's a movie script. It's the script for the filming site Mom's working at. Hambiel exclaims, wow, a script? Mom, so people act using this. He looks at the script excitedly. He says, Mom dresses up the people in this. Yeonju says, yep, I check if the actors are dressed well. Hambiel is impressed. Wow, that's so cool. He then asks, Mom, can't I go see it sometime? Yeonju says, what? No. It's a workplace. Not just anyone can enter. Disappointed, Hambiel replies, really? I really wanted to see it. Acting seems fun. Feeling a little guilty, she states, no, it's too crowded and everyone's too busy. Though in hindsight, a distant look would be fine, but she will not tell him that. They decide to watch the drama. Yeonju's mother yelled, isn't the drama starting? Both son and mother reply, yes. Coming. They go to watch it together. A few days later, it's the first day of filming. Actor Unsung has arrived. Unsung arrives, looking handsome. He gives a gift to the staff. Actor Unsung prepared premium Korean beef sets and gongjindan, traditional medicine, for all staff. The staff is excited and riled up. The staff members are also impressed by the gifts, as they chatters. Whoa, it's grade A beef. OMG, what's this? A pure gold card? Oh my, Unsung really spends money on another level. Exactly. I've never received anything like this before. One staff member says, oh, even the card messages are different? Unsung's sincerity is amazing. Next person, please, another says, probably written by the agency staff. Maybe, I better upload it on Insta right away. Yeonju receives a gold card in an envelope. The card reads, to go Yeonju, thank you for becoming family. From Unsung. Yeonju is touched, thinking, family. On set, Yeonju is told, actor, makeup is ready, costume team please prepare. Yeonju says, yes. She's walking to the set when she's stopped by Taegon. He pointed at her and yells loudly, attracting other people's attention. Hey you, why are you here? Yeonju recognizes him, Min Taegon, the CEO of Yeonildam who once forced me to break up. Taegon is surprised to see her. He asks, what's this? Why are you here? Huh. He sees Yeonju's working badge and saw her company name on it and asks, Changrok? You followed Director Jean. Yeonju says, hello CEO. I'm working as a rookie in the costume team. Please take care of me. Taegon is shocked and angry. What? Rookie? Costume team? Unbelievable. At the same time, Yeonju thought, I expected we might meet, but on the very first day. Yeonju looks at him calmly. Taegon demands to know as he asks, have you met Unsung or not? Min Taegon confronts Yeonju. He asks, when, where, and what did you talk about? She replies, I did, and explains that she only measured the actor's size during a fitting, stating, nothing else was discussed. You don't have to worry. As if I would do anything with the actor now. Min Taegon, unimpressed, accuses her of planning to tattle about something that happened 10 years ago. Yeonju declares, if you hadn't acted like you knew me first, I could have just done my job quietly too. Please. He scolds, please. How dare you tell me whether to acknowledge you or not? You think you should even be working here? Go pack up your stuff. You're fired immediately. He snatches her shoes and adds, if you don't want to be humiliated in front of everyone, get out now. Yeonju takes her shoes back and stands her ground. Even if I get humiliated, even if I get fired, right now is working time. I'll take the shoes and be going now. Shocked at her audacity, Min Taegon watches her go, muttering, huh, that crazy. Flashback to Yeonju and Unsung embracing happily. Yeonju exclaims, wow, Appa, congratulations on your Best Actor nomination. Unsung says, I'm Unsung, first Korean actor nominated for Best Actor. We're gonna make it big now. Unsung, first Korean actor nominated for Best Actor. It was the moment an unknown aspiring actor captured everyone's attention. But to Yeonju and Unsung, that pure celebration and happiness lasted only a moment. In an office, Min Taegon warns Yeonju about her relationship with Unsung. He says, Yeonju, you know Unsung well. If you cling to him, he'll give up everything, success and all, just what you want. Do you think this kind of opportunity will come again? His schedule is packed enough to circle the globe. When would you two even meet? Yeonju states that it is a decision between the two of them. This isn't something Taegon should interfere in. Taegon continues to questions, if you meet him, what will you do? Ask him to date in secret? Or go tattle that I told you to break up? Yeonju, once he goes to the US, he won't be able to come back to Korea for a while. There are companies lining up to sign him in America. For him, becoming a global star will happen in no time. And you want to be the one to drag him down. Yeonju sitting alone, dejected. The verbal abuse and gaslighting of a CEO, standing at the brink of massive success. Min Taegon also tells Yeonju, reporters keep digging into Unsung's private life. Watch your mouth. Yeonju, when the reporters asked if Unsung has a girlfriend, I told them no. Just so you know. The flashback shows Unsung's friends protecting his private life, making it seem like he never had a lover. Yeonju reflects. I, too young, thought that the way to protect him was to disappear myself. She recalls seeing Unsung's talent and believing he would become a star someday, adding, and when that time came, I would let him go gracefully. I just didn't expect that moment to come so soon. Yeonju and Unsung having a tender moment, with Unsung saying, it would be nice if we could go together. Yeonju replies, they say there will be a lot of reporters at the airport. Your flight's tonight, right? Unsung confirms that he's heading to the airport soon. Holding onto her hand, he adds, I don't want to go. Thinking about how I won't see you for a while. I'll call you as soon as I arrive. Stay well until then. On that same night, she holds onto her phone, hands trembling as she composes a text to Unsung. It was a breakup message to Unsung via text message, saying, sorry, I'm leaving. I know being a great designer is my dream, right? I keep delaying from now on. Let's only think about our futures. Let's just break up. I'm too late. Let's break up. She reflects. I knew breaking up by text was a cowardly thing to do, but if we talked on the phone, I would surely cry. I didn't have the courage to lie while looking at his face. Is there even a way to break up without hurting each other? I don't know. After sending the text while he was still on the plane, she shuts off her phone. She filed a leave of absence from school and canceled her phone number. Yeonju has been lying down for days, feeling unwell. She reflects, days have I spent just lying down like this. Today must be the awards ceremony. She's experiencing dizziness, low fever, and overwhelming sleepiness, attributing it to being dumped. The award ceremony celebration is on, while Yeonju couldn't focus on the award. She wonders when her last period was, suspecting pregnancy. Several pregnancy test kits scattered on the table. She takes a pregnancy test, revealing a positive result. She's shocked and covers her mouth in disbelief. She tries calling Unsung, but the number is out of service. She watches the award ceremony on TV, where Unsung wins Best Actor. She cries as she sees him, looking so dazzling as he accepts his award and makes his speech. She thought if she just lived quietly for a few months, everything would go back to normal. But in the moment he shines the brightest, she realizes in despair that there was no going back to their old lives. Back to the present, Yeonju reflects that she should have expected it. Then Hae-young calls out to Yeonju asking for the shoes. She avoids Unsung and goes straight to Hae-young, making Unsung wonder, is she deliberately avoiding me? I can't even get a proper look at her face. The makeup artist enters and asks if the style teams are all set. She sees Unsung all styled up, looking so cool as always. But today, he's even cooler. Then she notices Yeonju. Who are you? First time seeing you. Hae-young introduces Yeonju as their rookie and to please take good care of Yeonju. The makeup artist chuckles. She thought Yeonju is a supporting actor, though Yeonju is way too pretty. The makeup artist asks Yeonju her age, and she replies, I'm 33. The makeup artist comments on how pretty she is and that it's never too late to start, except for kid models. Yeonju can do everything. Hang in there. Yeonju thanks the makeup artist for the advice. The makeup artist asks Yeonju if she's married. She hesitates and then says, yes. The answer chills Unsung. His fist clenches so tight, even the veins pop out. Yeonju is lying down on the exam table for her examination. The doctor explained, there are slight signs of a miscarriage. If left like this, it could be dangerous. There's a very high probability that it will naturally miscarry soon. She was clearly distressed. The doctor reassured her, saying, if you don't want that, we can give you an injection. Natural miscarriage happens more often than you think. It's not something you should blame yourself for. Think it over carefully and let me know. Yeonju ruminates on Taegon's words. She would only bring Unsung down. She closes her tearful eyes and finally agrees. Please, give me the injection. Yes. The doctor asks if she is sure. Her lips quiver as she mutters, yes. Later, Yeonju, now seemingly recovers from the emotional turmoil, was seen with her maternity book, contemplating a nickname for her baby. She chose Baeyal, meaning star, sparkling and shining, a child who knows no misfortune. She rubs her belly and greets her son. Hello, Baeyal, it's Mom. She reflected, I decided I would never tell anyone. I will keep this secret to myself forever. Meanwhile, at the present time, the makeup artist thought that Yeonju is single. Unsung learns that Yeonju is married. The makeup artist asks, Unsung, these days everyone takes such good care of themselves, right? But she's confused why the atmosphere suddenly got chilly. She laughs and turns to Yeonju. You seem like the dink, dual income no kids, type. Do you have any children? Yeonju admits, I have a son. The stylist was surprised, commenting on her youthful appearance. Oh really? You have a son? You don't look like a mom at all. How old is he? Yeonju replies, he's in second grade in elementary school this year. The makeup artist commented, oh my, so you had him when you were 25? That's pretty early in this day and age. You must be starting your career now after raising a child and putting aside your dreams. Yeonju answers, yes, that's right. It's for my dream. The news shatters Unsung's heart. Thinking of the breakup text she sent that she was going to chase her dream. After disappearing at 24, you got married and had a child, while I struggled to get over you. Unsung was clearly heartbroken. He reacted angrily at a film set. The director shouts, cut. Okay, good work, everyone. His act scares the other actor colleague. His colleague commented, great job, everyone. He's much harsher than during practice. Unsung, alone, drank water, reflecting. I thought about you from time to time, not knowing you had become someone else's wife. Even after climbing as high as I could go, the emptiness inside me. Maybe it was because of you. We parted when my feelings were still burning. Maybe that's why the regrets lasted so painfully long. Thinking she has a son, he couldn't help but naturally clench the bottle. He told himself to stay calm. There's nothing to make a fuss about now. Someone greets him. A woman and her son came over to him. The mother thanked Unsung for the gift. He was so thoughtful that she didn't know how to thank him. Unsung replies, no problem. I thought the kids wouldn't eat ganjadon, traditional medicine. The mother introduced her son. Our Woo-min loves them too. Woo-min, you should say hello to actor Uncle M. Unsung. The boy bows and greets. Hello, I'm Yang Woo-min. Unsung greeted him. Hello, it's been a while. The last time Unsung met the boy was only once, when the boy was 8 or 9. The mother urges her son to thank Unsung. The son follows his mother's instruction. Thank you for the gift. Unsung asks, so do you like the hat? The boy replies, I don't know. I haven't really seen it. The mother panics feeling salty. She explains, oh, he's just a little shy. He's not usually like this. Not sure why he's like this today. Ho ho ho. Unsung observed, kids are like that. As long as they act well during filming, it's fine. Unsung thought, they said he beat 800 to 1 odds to get here. They found a kid who even resembles me. This is your first time filming, right? Woo-min replies, yes, it's my first time. Unsung encouraged him. Okay, let's work hard together. The mother took her son away while Unsung watched them leave. Acting doesn't seem to be the child's dream. It looks like it's the mother's. Unsung thought, you won't last very long either. It's a tough field to survive even when you give it your all. Meanwhile, Hambiel and his dog, Yum, visited the vet doctor. Hambiel explained that Yum was scratching himself. The vet doctor examined Yum and noted inflammation in his ears. Point 3. Doctor, Yum keeps scratching himself. 2 days ago, said Hambiel. The vet doctor diagnosed Yum's condition and prescribed treatment. Let's see, there's a little inflammation in the ears too. Yum must have been very itchy. Hambiel scratches his head wondering why. Strange. Hey, why are you so itchy? Your big brother dried you well. The vet doctor explains, drying even the inner fur is important. And regular brushing is important too, so keep an eye on that. With some ointment and medicine, he'll get better quickly. I'll prescribe it. Hambiel then asked, but doctor, why do you always speak formally to me? The vet doctor explained, you're supposed to speak formally to elders like grandma, not me. The vet doctor explains, well, you're a guest at our hospital? Even if you're young, you're an important person, and I think everyone deserves respect. Both Hambiel and Yum looked confused. The vet doctor thought, was that too serious? Hambiel suddenly bursts. My mom is filming a movie right now. The vet doctor asks if his mother is an actress. Hambiel said seriously, no, she dresses people properly. So your mom is a stylist. That's really cool, said the vet doctor. Hambiel thought, I want to brag about my mom. So I came with grandma today. But grandma didn't want to come in case she got overcharged. Grandma worries a lot. Next time I should come alone. His blunt response shocks the vet doctor. The vet doctor commented, Hambiel is so clever and smart. Your mom and grandma must be proud. Hambiel replies pridefully, well, what can I do? I have to take care of them. I'll feed him the meds for a few days and come back. In the waiting area, the vet doctor reassured her, our hospital doesn't do unnecessary treatments, so you can relax and come here comfortably. Embarrassed, the grandmother suddenly remembered something, exclaiming, what did you say now? Oh my goodness, I remembered I have something to do. See you next time, doctor. The vet doctor bid them goodbye and thought, maybe they still don't fully trust me. Should I change the hospital signboard? Finally, the vet doctor received a call from a colleague, Young Hun-sik. Oh Hyung, long time no see. Haven't seen you at the shelter lately. Must be busy with filming? Hun-sik replies through the other line. Yeah, Gunny. Actually, I wanted to ask you for a favor. Got a minute? Gunny asks. Hyung asking for a favor? What is it? Hun-sik explains. Because I'm on the props team, there's a big dog appearing in the movie, and we need a specialist for safety reasons. Only you came to mind. Help us out, please. Sorry Hyung. I'm the only vet at the clinic. It's hard to get away. Hun-sik. The filming location is near your hospital. I won't take too much of your time. Just think about it. Gunny ponders. If it's nearby, maybe I'll at least drop by to see you. Who's the lead actor? Hun-sik replies, Unsung. At night, Yoonju's mother explains what happened earlier. Hambiel embarrasses her at the clinic. From now on, grandmother assigns Yoonju to take Hambiel to the vet if the pet needs to go. She was too embarrassed to go again. Then, Yoonju put a wrapped package on the table. Her mother asks, what's that? Inside the box was fresh-looking, delicious premium meat. Yoonju's mother reacting to the expensive gift of high-quality beef. She exclaims, oh my goodness. Do they just hand out expensive stuff like this on your first day? She wonders if someone in management gave it to her daughter. Yoonju clarifies, no, the lead actor did. Her mother is impressed, saying, wow, so generous. Must be making tons of money. She then looks at the meat with a thoughtful expression, saying, how could I possibly eat this? It's too precious. Yoonju's mother examines a small jar, saying, oh my, this is the famous gongjindin, isn't it? Side note, Gong Jindan is an elixir of happiness and vitality. Yoonju looks at her mother with sad eyes. That lead actor who gave out such expensive gifts is actually the biological father of the grandson Mom loves more than life itself, and possibly could have become her son-in-law. If Mom knew this, what kind of expression would she make? Her mother holding on to the Gong Jindan's slightly amused and curious expression, she says, "Tired? Things are going to get busier. Take the Gong Jindan yourself." Yoonju replies, "No, Mom, you should take it. Please take care of yourself." She looks concerned for her mother. Yoonju says to her mother, "I'll wash up and check on Hambiel before bed. Sleep well." Her mother replies, "All right." Yoonju creeps into Hambiel's room. He was fast asleep under a cat-themed blanket, with Yoonju looking down at him with a gentle expression. She carefully sits on the bed without making much movement and whispers softly. Mom told Hambiel that lying is bad, but then she went and told a lie herself. She looks thoughtful and slightly sad. However, in front of him, the truth didn't matter. When it came to Hambiel, I couldn't afford to leave any room for doubt. No matter how much time had passed between us, the truth would only make him uncomfortable. If I stayed by his side like this, I might end up getting hurt even more. I don't know how I feel either, Hambiel. Her expression looks pensive as she reflects her inner turmoil. Late into the night, Hae-young working late at her computer, her phone buzzing. Min Tae-gon, CEO of Yonggyeldam, prominently displayed. Hae-young is surprised, exclaiming, "What, the CEO Min?" At this hour, Hae-young picks up the phone and says, "Yes, hello, sir." The person on the other end of the line says, "Director Jean, you have a new junior on your team, right? The recent hire." Hae-young replies, "Huh? Oh yes." Tae-gon then says, "Let's replace that new hire." Hae-young reacts with surprise, asking, "What? Why all of a sudden?" The conversation continues. Tae-gon explains, "We have someone on our side named Hyung-mi who usually manages Unsung stuff." Hae-young responds, "Yes, I know team leader Lee Hyung-mi. But," Tae-gon continues, "they brought in a junior who needs experience, so we'd like to add them to your team. I'd appreciate it if you could guide them and teach them the ropes." Hae-young looks frustrated and says, "Shouldn't your agency handle your own staff?" She then sighs and continues, "Why should I kick out one of my team just to make a spot for one of yours?" Tae-gon is on the phone at his desk, looking serious. "While we work together, we're all one team. It's not hard to swap one junior." "Do it, Director Jean," Tae-gon thought. She's just a director and acting all high and mighty. There's no place in this industry where my word doesn't carry weight. Hae-young finally says, "I can't let go of my junior." The conversation shifts to the financial aspect. Hae-young says, "Their salary has already been processed, too." Tae-gon asks, "How much?" "I'll pay." Hae-young responds, 10 million won. "Will you really pay?" Tae-gon without hesitation says, "I'll pay. Just let them go." Shocked at how far Tae-gon is willing to go, Hae-young questions, "CEO, do you even know our junior?" Tae-gon tries to deny it. "Why would I just need a spot? So I'm asking for a cut." She thinks to herself, "What a joke. Getting someone kicked out is more important than hiring." She then says, "Just send team leader Hyung-mi's junior to me. Let's grow the team. I'll handle training them myself." Hae-young ends the phone call. Immediately, Hae-young looks angry and frustrated. She thinks, "Who does he think he is, telling me to let go of someone? I don't even let go of myself." She then contemplates, "Should I just give this role to Yoonju out of spite?" Tae-gon sits at his desk in an office, looking down at his phone. The city skyline is visible through the large window behind him. He appears frustrated and annoyed. He scolds, "Just damn it. I just asked for one kid to be replaced. You really don't listen." He looks frustrated as he holds a phone and looks at a computer screen. "Since we have 2 days off from filming starting tomorrow, I'll have to test Unsung." In a luxurious modern house, Unsung is focusing on the new script when Tae-gon calls out, "Unsung, are you preparing well?" Unsung's assistant shook his head, indicating that Unsung is not good. Tae-gon concludes, looks like he's not in the best mood." Actors, always so unpredictable, they can't control their mood once they get to work. He says, "I'll ask you another time. Looks like you're busy." Unsung, with a calm and unconcerned expression, nonchalantly says, "Go ahead. I'm taking a break anyway." Tae-gon sits on a couch and asks donghua to get him something cold, In reality, he wants the assistant to go away so he could test Unsung. He says to Unsung, "It's tough, right?" The response to your first shoot was amazing. Unsung remains unfazed and asks, "Weren't you going to say something?" Taegon went straight to the point. Go Yoon-ju showed up on set. Still with the emotionless expression, Unsung asks, "Who?" Taegon repeats, "Go Yoon-ju, your ex-girlfriend." The industry's small, sure, but bumping into your ex on set is awkward, right? Unsung asks, "And if it is?" Taegon states, "Then I'll move her out of your sight. Filming is already stressful enough. You shouldn't have distractions. Just say the word." She's one of director Jin's people. Replacing a junior is no big deal. Just say you're uncomfortable. In hindsight, that's what Taegon wants. Yeah, the only way to deal with it is if you say it yourself. Unsung tosses the script on the table as he states, "It's fine. Nothing's bothering me. That was years ago." At this point, he looks relaxed and unconcerned. He continues, "Do I look like I have time to worry about some minor personal drama?" Taegon reason, "True, but you two weren't exactly close. And we don't know what Go Yoon-ju's intentions are." He appears thoughtful and slightly skeptical. Arms and legs crossed, looking unbothered, Unsung states, "She got married, had a kid, and now she just wants to work again." Taegon, looking surprised, exclaims, "Huh? Go Yoon-ju got married? She has a kid." Unsung then reveals, "I overheard it. She was talking with the makeup artist." He seems genuinely surprised by this news. Taegon continues, advising Unsung, "But Unsung, you never know with people. A top star like you has to be careful who you associate with. It's not like you can always work with the people you like. Just let it be." He shows concern for Unsung's career and reputation. Unsung sits on a couch, arms crossed, looking pensive. "I'm not bothered." Taegon is still surprised. His inner thoughts are revealed. Still, hearing Go Yoon-ju's married mom does ease my mind a bit. He appears relieved by the news of Yoon-ju's marriage and motherhood. Standing and looking slightly anxious, he says, "Yeah, if we remove her without a good reason, they could accuse the actor of power abuse, and that's a whole mess too." He's clearly concerned about the potential negative consequences of removing Yoon-ju from the set. Donghua came in carrying a tray with a drink. He says, "Oh, sir, this." Taegon replies, "Ah, you drink it. If you notice anything suspicious, report it right away. Keep an eye on Unsung." Donghua nods and says, "Got it. Take care." Unsung sits on a couch again, looking troubled. He thinks to himself, "Ugh, my head's been aching thinking about Go Yoon-ju." He appears still to be affected by the situation. The statement from Taegon, "I'll move her out of your sight." But why does it feel more painful than relieving? Like someone touched an old wound. His internal conflict and unresolved feelings are evident. When she said she came to pursue her dreams, even if late, I wanted to act like a bigger person, knowing it'd be hard for her as the oldest newbie. Another day of filming. The shoot wrap-up announcement. That's a wrap. Great job, everyone. Next, we see Yoon-ju trying to help Unsung's jacket as he prepares to take it off, but her hand gently touches his hand. Yoon-ju looks distressed and apologizes repeatedly, saying, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry." Unsung looks slightly surprised, but not upset. "It's okay. I should be the one apologizing. Thanks for grabbing my jacket," showing he isn't bothered. Internally, he thought, if you apologize like that, what happens to my image? Yoon-ju, still holding the jacket, looks thoughtful. Unsung walks away, looking pensive, and murmurs, when he heard Yoon-ju asking another staff, "Do you have any hand sanitizer?" Shocked, Unsung asks himself internally, hand sanitizer for just brushing hands? Is my hand dirty? The staff then points saying, "Oh, over there, Yoon-ju." As Yoon-ju walks away, he then exclaims, "You can't even stand touching me. What if our skin actually made contact?" Unsung sits on a couch, his face buried in his hands. He looks distraught and his shoulders slump. "I want to get rid of her. Big-hearted, my ass, but I want to keep her too. Go Yoon-ju, what am I supposed to do with you?" Expressing his cynicism, his eyes are partially hidden behind his hand, but his gaze is intense and troubled. Someone who seems like a trainer exclaims about Unsung's impressive physique, "Wow, Unsung, all your hard work getting your body fat down to 7% really paid off." Unsung is shown shirtless, viewed from the back with a muscular physique. He internally considers whether he should do one more set of push-ups. Unsung then performs push-ups, his scar being rubbed to make it look less unnatural. Another person exclaims, "My goodness, is it really okay for me to be seeing this for free?" One more person chimes in, "I feel the same. I want to pay for admission in advance." Yoonju, holding a steamer, watches the commotion. She is seemingly impressed by Unsung's physique, blushing slightly as she continues to steam the clothes. Unsung, now facing forward shirtless, confidently says something while Yeonju watches from a distance. Unsung's looks are a public good, a benefit for society. Yeonju is holding a steamer and looks startled when Unsung calls her name. Clothes. Yoonju blushes and turns away slightly, internally regretting not joining the costume team, knowing this sight will haunt her dreams. Handing his shirt to him, she says, "Call me when you're dressed." Unsung, still shirtless, questions Yoonju. "Where do you think you're going? Didn't you try it on yet?" Unsung continues, "Why are you acting like telling someone to come or not is a big deal?" His expression softens slightly as he says, "Are you going to act like this every time? Right? There's no need to be nervous. It's just work." Yoonju's face looks downcast as she thought, "Right, there's no need to be nervous. It's just work." Unsung asks Yoonju for the clothes while holding out his hand. "You gotta hand them over so I can put them on. Are you just gonna stand there like a pervert?" Yoonju is visibly flustered, hands the pants to him and notices the wrinkles. She apologizes quickly. "I think it needs to be ironed again. I'm sorry." Unsung, calm and composed, instructs her firmly, "Go redo it." Yoonju responds, "Yes, just a moment please." While working on re-ironing the pants, Yeonju glances sideways, her expression mixed with frustration and awe. She mumbles to herself, "But still, even if he's used to changing clothes on set, does he really have to stand there so confidently?" Unsung stares at her and speaks plainly, "What are you doing? Can't you see someone's waiting?" Yoonju, trying to stay composed, replies, "Please have a seat for a moment." And he replies with a sharp, "No." Yeonju sits in frustration with a shadowed expression as she thinks, "No. Ugh, he's so annoying." She quickly finishes and hands the pants back. Yoonju humps satisfactorily staring at his crotch, peeking, "Hello," her face looks at peace. Noticing her staring at him pulling up his pants, he gets flustered and yells, "Hey, where are you staring?" Unperturbed, she asks, "Want me to fasten the buckle for you?" Unsung, blushing and panicking, quickly responds, "No." The shirtless Unsung looks embarrassed, while Yoonju's face was obscured. With his back to Yeonju, he fastens his trouser thinking, "You insolent go Yoonju." Suddenly he feels her touching his leg. She was straightening the pants wrinkles. He thought, the touch is clearly professional. He then asked, "Still not done?" She comments, "It's done." Unsung accuses her, "You're really just groping away with no hesitation, like you're trying to get revenge." Yeonju is confused, responding, "Revenge? What revenge?" Unsung then explains with a blushing face, "I'm saying stop groping so much. You don't need to go that far." She forces a smile on while internally angry. "Do you know how hard I work to make sure not a single wrinkle shows?" She says, "I don't know how this will sound, but, honestly, your body isn't that irresistible." This provokes a strong reaction from Unsung. He exclaims, "Well, what? What are you talking about? I'm packed with firm muscles from top to bottom." He flexes, displaying his physique. Yeonju, unimpressed, sarcastically replies, "Aha. Yes, firm and packed, got it." Unsung, now visibly upset, retorts, "Do you know how much I suffered to build this body? You think my muscles are dandelion fluff that'll fly away with a puff?" Yoonju simply responds with a calm, "Suyur, good job on that." Looking over her shoulder, she says, "I think of it like dressing my son. There's nothing I can't do. So don't fight over nothing. Fitting is complete, please come in." He then exclaims, "Your son's clothes? Son." We saw the mental blow to him. A medic yells, "This is an emergency." The patient's pride is severely damaged. His ego has been shattered. He complains, "I've never even seen this kind of personal attack and hate comments." Back at home, Hae-young arrives talking to Hambiel. Hae-young asks, "Beal, you were home? Did school go well?" Hambiel replies, "Yup. Grandma went to the store just now." Hae-young says, "Oh, she did? You're doing great. holding down the fort by yourself. Yum, wags its tail as Hambiel says, I have Yum. She's better than most people. We even understand each other when we talk. Hey Young, with a cheerful expression, tells Hambiel, honestly, Beal, you seem more grown up than your mom. Hambiel let out a sigh like an adult and replied, I think so too. My mom's too soft, I worry about her. I'm scared she might get taken advantage of out there. Hey Young smiles while thinking, you sound just like your grandma. Hey Young smiles and says, Beal, a mom is still a mom, you know. Out there, your mom is super popular. Beal states, if my mom were more like you, I wouldn't worry so much. I'm watching to make sure no one messes with my mom. Want something to drink, Auntie? Coffee. She politely declines, saying, no, I'm good. I had some already. Hey Young sits down on the couch and notices the script on the coffee table. Huh? Why's the script here? Beal replies, oh that? It was interesting, so I was reading. She turns to Beal thinking, you read it because it was interesting, and asks, you know what it's about? Beal, do you like movies? He responds, well, they're fun. I want to check out the set too, but Mom said no. She asks, Mom said no. He explains, I think she's worried about appearances, said I can't, so I guess she said no. His brown poodle, Yum, wags its tail beside him. So he adds, hey Young, with a cheerful expression, tells him, that kind of thing is exactly Auntie's specialty. I'll take you. Shocked, he asks, really? You will. She answers confidently, of course. I'm a big shot over there. Hambiel, with a delighted expression, exclaims, WHOA. Auntie, you're the best. Yay. Yum, we're going to see Big Bro's set. Hey Young watches them with delight and thinks, this kid acts just like an elementary schooler at times. Unsung pins Yunju to the wall, his expression serious as he's buttoning his shirt. His gaze remains focused on her. Yunju's looks worried as she gazes back at him. I want to avoid his gaze, but I can't. There's nowhere left to run. She then asks, why are you doing this to me? His face moves closer to her as he declares, I want to see how long you can stand in front of me. She turns her head away to avoid his piercing gaze. He touched her chin, guiding it back to face him as he instructed, look straight ahead. Don't turn away. Shamelessness is your specialty, isn't it? Listen carefully. I will never forgive you. She jolts awake and realizes aloud. It's a dream. Her inner thoughts reveal, when I wished to see him, even in dreams, he never appeared. But in front of him, without realizing it, I wasn't a mother to anyone, nor a daughter to anyone, just myself, as I was back then. She sits on her bed and murmurs, it's raining. I have so much to carry tomorrow. All right. I need to sleep again so I can work tomorrow. Tomorrow arrives. She walks outside in the rain holding an umbrella, a suitcase, and a yellow package. She thinks the rain isn't stopping. I've managed fine until now. But today, with all the sponsored clothes, I have extra luggage, and now rain too. Moments like this make me regret scrapping my car. The car was old, so I scrapped it a couple months ago. I need to get a new one, but living expenses are tight. As she walks, she considers her options. It's at least a 10-minute walk to the bus stop. Maybe I should take a taxi instead. She stands outside in the rain, pushing a cart with luggage, looking concerned. She wonders, what should I do? No taxis are available. She notices a man approaching and recognizes him. Her thoughts say, the veterinary clinic director. The man looks at her luggage and says, this? He observes her luggage and thinks, I've never met her before, but she looks familiar. And she has a huge amount of luggage. Where are you headed? It's raining quite a bit. If it's nearby, I can give you a ride. She replies hesitantly, well, I just need to get to the bus stop. Would that be all right? He responds, of course, hop in. I'll put your luggage in the trunk. Inside the car, she says, thank you, sir. He replies, no problem. You mean the bus stop in front of the opticians, right? She confirms, yes, that's right. While looking at his phone, the man says, perfect, I'm headed in the same direction. She asks, are you going there now? He answers, yes, I have a quick errand. She says, oh, actually, that's where I'm headed to. He asks, isn't that the filming site? She replies, yes, I work there. I'm part of the costume team. Gunhee looks surprised and says, "Ah, are you Hambiel's mother?" "The stylist." She responds, "Huh? You know me." He smiles warmly and says, "Hambiel has talked endlessly about his mother. I finally get to meet you." She responds, "Ah, Hambiel. I've heard about you from him too." She sits in the passenger seat, relieved that the situation has worked out conveniently. She thinks aloud that since it's raining and she has a lot of luggage, going together to the filming site would be great, and asks, "Would that be all right?" Gunhee smiles warmly and reassures her, "Of course. It's nice to have company." He got her coffee. She says, "Coffee? You didn't have to buy one for me." He reflects that he doesn't usually drink coffee, but maybe because it's been a while. His heart is racing more than usual. Out loud, she says, "No, really. Thanks to you. I'm heading to work more comfortably. And I even get to enjoy a cup of coffee. Oh, by the way, Yum's skin condition has improved a lot thanks to you." Gunhee states, "Hambiel is incredibly smart. Sometimes, I'm genuinely surprised when talking to him." She responds in a light-hearted tone, "He's quite unique, right? Even as his mother, I struggle to keep up sometimes." He adds, "Hambiel always praises his mother. His father must feel a little left out." She suddenly says, "Hambiel doesn't have a father." He quickly realizes his mistake, gasping, "I'm so sorry. That was thoughtless of me. I must be out of my mind." She smiles gently and replies, "It's okay. It's an old story." The man insists, "I truly apologize." She reassures him, "Ah, really, it's fine. I mean it," as the car drives through the rain. Outside of a black van parked near a building, Unsung does some mental preparation. "Phew. Stay calm. Just stay calm today. I've been acting childish and petty with Go Yeonju lately. So what if she's married? If she is, of course she'd have a kid. Don't get angry over something so obvious. Thanks to Go Yeonju letting me go, I became a huge star. And Go Yeonju got married and is living happily. It's a happy ending for both of us. If you think about it, it wasn't entirely Go Yeonju's fault either." He steps out of a vehicle, speaking confidently. "I've been living such a busy life. I'm different from someone who has time for romance and raising kids." So, with a generous heart, just as he was feeling better mending his broken heart, through his sunglasses in the distance, he saw her smiling at another man who dropped her off. "Oh, really?" Inside a waiting area, Donghua greets her. "Yeonju, you're here? If you haven't eaten yet, have some kimbap. I saved some for you." She responds, "Oh, thank you." Donghua notices her luggage and asks, "Whoa, you have so much luggage. Did you go to the store yourself?" She replies, "Yes, I went yesterday." He continues, "Ugh, the team leader there is unbearable. You have to return it again, right?" She confirms, "Yes, I need to take it back today." He offers, "Should I take it for you? I'm heading in that direction anyway." "Brother, I can return the sponsored clothes for Yeonju." The brother, Unsung, quickly responds, "No." Donghua exclaims, "What?" "No." Unsung explains, "If it's too much for her to carry alone, someone else will help. That someone isn't you, and it's definitely not me." Donghua reluctantly responds, "Ah, yes, understood, brother." Donghua then whispers to Yeonju, "He's just sensitive lately, you know?" She replies, "Yeah, of course." From the background, Unsung shouts, "Stop whispering. I'm not sensitive at all. And if you're eating kimbap in front of an actor who hasn't had a sip of water since last night." Donghua, startled, replies, "Ah, yes. Sorry. I'll clean it up right away." As Yeonju was about to go out too, Unsung orders, "You, stop right there." She looks back, surprised, as she asks, "Me?" He asks, "Why do you always leave with them? Do you hate being alone with me that much?" She replies, "No, it's just, you said the smell of kimbap was bothering you. How are you going to shoot without drinking even a sip of water? You must be exhausted." He answers, "Stop pretending to be considerate. If you're going to hover around, do it confidently. Don't sneak away and pretend like you're not annoying." She looks shocked and says, "When did I?" He continues firmly, "Don't act like you're doing me a favor by backing off. I don't want that kind of consideration from you. Just sit here and eat your kimbap." She, holding the food box, replies, "All right, I understand," and starts eating like a hungry ghost. Unsung cries internally as he watches her eat and mentally scolds himself for being overly petty and failing at kindness again. Eat slowly. Donghua walks into the room and informs Unsung that the director is looking for him. There's an issue because a child actor got injured. Unsung abruptly stands up, reacting with concern or urgency, heading out to the scene of the issue. Yunju is alone in the room. A flashback of what Unsung said earlier plays in her mind. Don't act like you're doing me a favor by backing off. I don't want that kind of consideration from you. Her thoughts are cut short when she receives a surprise call. She addresses the person on the line. Huh? Hello? Hambiel. She picks up the call and looks horrid. You're at the filming site right now? Unsung with his arms crossed, concerned as he hears about the child actor's injury. He asks, his legs broken? The director explains, apparently, he fell while riding a longboard. He internally questions why someone would be so reckless before a shoot. He questions frustratingly, how can we suppose to raise him as an actor with that kind of attitude? Unsung responds logically, Director, how many kids at that age play without getting hurt? The director retorts, then raise them as a kid. Stop thinking about making them an actor. The shoot is around the corner. Where are we going to find a child actor now? It's not easy. It has to be someone fresh, not a professional, and he needs to look like you too. Unsung has a flashback to the mother and child he met previously, noting that the mother was ambitious, but the child didn't seem very interested. He asks, so we can't show now? Is it delayed? The director answers seriously, there's no time to delay. We have to find someone else. Huh? But where do we find another one? This is driving me crazy. He admits internally, there was no one else I liked except that kid. The director begins to reassure himself, saying, Anyway, Unsung, don't worry. Hey, are you listening to me? Why are you staring like that? At the direction where Unsung was staring at, Yunju ran out to meet Young and Hambiel. The director asks, Who's that? Yunju looks surprised and calls out, Hambiel. How did you get here? Why are you here? Young answers, I brought them. Hambiel wanted to see the filming set. Yunju crouches down, covering her face in distress. She says, Then you should have told me beforehand. You can't just show up like this. Her inner thoughts reveal her turmoil. Of all places, this filming set, where the child's father is. Let's go outside first, okay? Let's just step out. Young questions. Why are you acting like this? You're making Hambiel uncomfortable. Today, Hambiel is my guest. Hambiel chimes in, That's right, Mom. I came as Auntie's guest today. Yunju, looking distressed, thinks to herself, No, I need to get them out of here quickly. Suddenly, she heard someone greets from behind. Oh, Director Jean. You're here. Young greets enthusiastically. Ah, Director. The weather has been bad all day. Will filming be okay? The director replies, Oh, more importantly, who's this little one? Young responds warmly, Ah, he's the son of our newest stylist. He wanted to see the set, so I brought him. Hambiel looks up at his mother with concern and asks, Mom, are you okay? Are you sick? She answers softly, No, I'm fine. The director smiles at Hambiel, saying, Ah, so Go Yunju is your mother. Were you curious about the filming set? While his inner thought says, Wow, this kid is handsome. He then asks, What grade are you in? Hambiel responds innocently, 2nd grade. The director replies with mild surprise. Oh, Hambiel looks at the man curiously and asks, Auntie, who is this man? Young answers, Ah, Hambiel. This is the director, the person who makes movies. Hambiel is approached by the director, who greets him warmly. The director asks, Oh, hello. Yes. Your name is Hambiel. Hambiel responds with a simple, Yes. The director asks Hambiel if he likes movies. Hambiel, looking surprised, replies, Huh? Yes. His eyes sparkle with curiosity and interest. The director smiles and calls out Hambiel's name, then asks, Do you want to try acting with me? Yunju reacts in shock and quickly pulls Hambiel away, exclaiming, No way. Absolutely not. Young tries to calm her down, saying, Yunju, calm down, and Yunju sternly tells Hambiel, Go Hambiel, this isn't right. You can't do this. Say you understand, quickly. Hambiel hesitantly says, Mom. Yunju insists, No, don't call me Mom, just answer first. Just go to school and study hard. No, you don't even have to study hard. Just enjoy school life and live as you are now. Just like now, Hambiel looks at her and says, "Mom." She then demands, "Answer me. Are you going to ignore me?" Hae-young watches in concern, wondering, why is Yoonju acting like this? She's never forced Hambiel to do anything before. She tries to intervene, saying, "Yoonju, calm down. You're acting strange today." Yoonju touches her forehead, clearly distressed, and reveals the reason in her thoughts. The child's real father is here. And in the movie, they're playing father and son. How can I stay sane? My throat stings with the truth I cannot say. Hambiel looks up at his mother with wide, earnest eyes and asks, "Mom, can I do it?" He follows up with determination, "I want to try." Hambiel's mother looks conflicted as Hae-young addresses her. "Yoonju, you shouldn't just oppose it blindly. Let's take some time to think about it. You've got me and yourself to take care of, Hambiel. What's there to worry about? I'm director Jin Hae-young. I can take good care of Hambiel." Hambiel turns back to his mother, speaking sincerely. "But Mom, if you say no, I won't do it. I don't want to do something that would upset you." In a quiet, gentle moment, Hambiel reaches out to hold his mother's hand and says, "So don't worry. I understand what you said." His considerate understanding repeats in her mind, and the guilt sets in. She hugs her son tightly, her voice trembling. "It's my fault, I'm sorry." "I'm so sorry," Hambiel responds softly. "No, Mom. I'm sorry," Hambiel asks in a concerned tone, "but aren't you busy? Is it okay for you to stay with me like this?" The director, overjoyed, rushes to share news. "Unsung, we did it. We got lucky. We found your son." Unsung, seated and holding papers, looks up in confusion and says, "What?" The man quickly clarifies, "I mean the child actor. That kid earlier, he's Go Yoonju's son." Unsung replays the image of the smiling boy, Go Yoonju's child. The director continues to express excitement upon discovering the boy. "He's perfect. Exactly the image I was looking for. Fresh and natural. I never thought I'd find a child actor this quickly." It finally dawns on Unsung. He looks shocked. "What? Are they seriously asking me to play a father role with Go Yoonju's child?" At night, Yoonju walks through a parking lot with her luggage, looking tired. She wishes she could escape. "I'm exhausted. I wish I could teleport away." Hambiel left the filming set with Hae-young after looking around. Suddenly, a loud beep draws her attention. Unsung in the car tells Yoonju to get in. She's confused as to why he's still there. "You already left earlier." Standing beside the car, Yoonju refuses his help, saying she doesn't need it. Unsung looks back at her, stating it's pointless to argue in public because they'll draw attention. A nighttime city view with bright lights. Yoonju asks, "Where's Donghua?" Unsung answers, "He left first." Inside the car, he asks, "Why are you leaving so late?" She explains, "I have to finish the final cleanup. I'm the youngest." While driving, he asks her, "Don't you have a car?" She explains that her car broke down and was scrapped a few months ago, but there are plenty of buses that go to the filming set. She adds that she still managed to arrive on time without being late. He responds, "Of course you did," while keeping his focus on the road. She sits quietly in the passenger seat, remaining silent. She glances at him and asks, "Did you eat anything?" He replies, "Not yet." She echoes his response in surprise, "Not yet?" She holds out a few wrapped chocolates in her hand and offers, "I have chocolate. Do you want some?" He told her to open it. She unwraps as he told and drops the chocolate in his hand, while she wonders internally, "But why did he wait for me? Could it be to help return the pass?" Yoonju unwraps a piece of chocolate, her hands visible against her lap when he says, "I have a question." "No, I have something to say." He leans his head against his hand while driving, looking thoughtful. He says, "Your son. I hope he doesn't take the role."